The fact that I am not so lucky with female friendships cannot be overemphasized. At a point in my life, I thought I was the problem. But then I sat and ruminated on it, told few people about it, and then I discovered I have never been the problem. The problem isn't me, and I will never be the problem. And that is why 80% of my friends are males. And it's been like that for years. As a matter of fact, my best friend is a male. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another exciting episode of Your Take. If you are new here, my name is Ruth Abimbola. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. Please do not forget to turn on your post notification so you get notified whenever something drops. If you find this episode helpful, please do well to share with your family, share with your loved ones, and most especially share with your friends. As already seen by the title of this video, I am going to be discussing female friendships. Now, I wouldn't be doing this alone as I have a guest in the studio with me. You guys know what time it is whenever I bring people here. I mean, I read your comments, I go through the comment section, and according to what I've read so far, you all like it whenever I bring people here, and trust me to always give you nothing. Absolutely nothing but the best. I mean, I'm here to serve you guys. Today, my guest is an actor, a writer, and an editor for Bella Niger. Please make welcome my beautiful Edo sister, Osas Okonyon. Drum roll! I'm so excited to have you on the show.
I'm super excited to be here as well.
So good. Now you get
I'm shy.
Now you get this show.
I'm shy. I mean, you look amazing yourself, as always.
Thank you so much. Okay. So basically, what we do on this show is seek people's perspective on various aspects of life. And today, we're going to be discussing female friendships. Like I said earlier, all you have to do for us is give us your honest opinion.
I can do that.
Questions you're going to be asked.
I can do that.
Nothing but the truth. Absolutely nothing but the truth.
Cross my heart.
Cross your heart. Thank you. Can we trust
and hope
you?
to die.
So everybody, Osas is ready to give answers to some of your questions. Let's get right into it. So Osas, my first question is, do you have a lot of female friends? If yes, how do you manage them?
Okay, so first of all, I actually don't have a lot of friends, generally. But yes, I have female friends. Okay. And managing them, of course, it's just the same way you manage, like, you know, your relationships with your siblings and your family. It actually takes conscious effort, to be honest. Before, I just used to go about it like, you know, I mean, they're my friends, you know, we'll always be friends, that kind of thing. But I think that one of the things that transitioning into adulthood does to you and for you is that you now start to realize that this thing is not just vibes. You actually have to put in work.
That's the word.
Right? And I think that's where I'm at currently, you know, learning to put in the work, you know, consciously say, oh, I haven't heard from this person in a while, let me call. You know, when I see that I've done something that this person might not like, you know, just be like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, actually learning to say I'm sorry.
Hey.
I mean, that one can be very tricky.
I'm guilty. I'm going to accept.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to, you know, one of my goals for this year is to be very intentional about friendships. I mean, I've lost a lot of connection with people just because I don't check up on people. I don't do some things. And friendship isn't just about the vibes, like you said earlier.
Exactly.
It requires effort, it requires patience, it requires a lot of things. So I'm so happy to hear that from you. Is that all you have to say concerning the question?
Well, yeah, you asked if I have a lot of friends,
Yes,
and how I manage them.
Yeah.
So yes, learning to say that I'm sorry, trying to make sure that, you know, they're happy with me. You know, I mean, not from a place of I just want to be a people pleaser or a person pleaser or just to please my friend, but in a place where I want to ensure that I'm not feeding off of this person and this person isn't getting something in return. Do you get? So you have to be conscious of that. Like sometimes I just take a step back, ask myself, like, this friendship, is it actually serving this other person outside of myself, you know? So yeah, I think so far, so good. I'm trying. I'm not saying I'm the pinnacle of, but I try. I try.
100%. Thank you so much for that wonderful response. On to the next question. According to you, what are signs of a fake friend? Like, what are those things you spot and you're like, I need to run away from this person. I need to flee. I don't want to have anything to do with this person.
Oh, that one is so hard, though. That's
right? I know.
This question is so tricky.
I know.
I think our parents did better at spotting our fake friends than we did.
First they
you know,
decide
it's like I don't like that person,
Exactly.
and you're wondering why, and then later you get to find out why. But how do I spot fake friends? So for me, I think I'm just going to talk from a personal angle because I don't have a lot of friends. I mean, I have a lot of people that, you know, I'm acquainted with, you know, people I've met over time, but I'm very careful about the word my friend to start with. You know, I don't just call anybody my friend because, not everybody's your friend.
Sorry to interrupt you. You guys, once again, do not say I haven't done anything for you on this show. Like, I bring you guys the best. Like, look at who I brought on my show.
Okay, what is this hype?
See, you know, when I reached out to you, I told you are going to know the reason why I feel you are the best person for this conversation. And it is already very obvious because...
I'm flattered.
Take a look at this. Continue.
Okay, so because I do not have, like, before I get to that point where I call this person my friend, you know, we've passed a lot of, you know, I mean, time, of course, because time tells. That's one of my favorite thing about time. It will always tell. It will tell you whatever it is. So yeah, you know, from time to, sometimes actually you can become friends with someone in a very short space of time. So there's that. But like generally, because I'm very careful of who I even call my friend in the first place, I wouldn't say I've had a lot of experiences with fake friends, but I have had one. And I did not, or maybe a few, but I did not realize until
a very long time.
Yeah, until it was probably too late. It was so messy. And it was, you know, it was such a messy period. But yes, so 100%. I think that now I think I'm wiser in the sense that I ask the questions that I ask myself when I see that someone is trying to, you know, be my friend or, you know, trying to get closer, or even before I myself try to like get closer to someone, I'm always very conscious of the motive. What do we have? First of all, what do we have in common? What are our values, right? Then, why does this person want to be my friend? You know, like you want to ask yourself, not just asking yourself, like, why is this person interested in? I mean, I'm saying something randomly. Oh, I want to go somewhere. It's like, oh, I'd like to come with you. Okay. I mean, why do you want to? You know, like, why are you doing these things to get closer to me? Or why am I drawn to this person? Those things I just ask myself so that I can, you know, pick, or should I say select. You know, I've oftentimes realized that sometimes people just want to be your friend because of the idea of you, what they think you are, or who they think that you are.
Or maybe it's going to give them a certain
that, you know, it's
respect
like,
in the society. Yes,
and like or that. You know, you're in a particular space, maybe people like you in that space, or you know, you're doing something
and they don't
good
want to
in this
be the
particular
odd
space.
one.
Yeah, so they're just, I don't think that that's a good ground to start friendship from.
At all.
Do you get? So like there are things like you just want to, and funny thing is you would, if you pay attention, you would know, you would see it. You know, when you see that it's just, there's this particular part of you, or there's this aspect of your life that they're more interested in than anything else. You know, if you talk about, oh, maybe say for instance, you're having a bad day, they're not exactly interested in why you're having a bad day, or you get, you know, so little things like that to just make you start realizing your place in people's lives, or what they even want you for in the first place. Then also, please let me know when I'm ready talking to watch.
No, continue.
Okay, so also another thing is, sometimes, unfortunately, you may not realize immediately until much later. So, trying times will show you.
The ad. I don't even think ad is the right adjective to use right now. Addest. I let
you know, a situation can just happen, and you see who this person is, you know, for who they are. Or maybe you lose whatever it is that attracted them to you in the first place and you just realize that they're no longer there. Maybe you used to work at a certain place and, for instance, you lost the job and all of a sudden you're trying to hang with your friend and they're like, I'm not available today.
So they were with you because of the job, basically.
You know, so I was at this place and you were comfortable doing all of these things with me before. I'm no longer at this place, you know, that maybe gives you a bragging right or maybe gives you access to certain things or certain people. And all of a sudden, you're no longer interested.
Why the sudden change?
You know, sometimes they could also be going through their own things. So you want to be careful not to just say, it's because of me. Because I think many times we kind of center ourselves a lot. Like, we tend to think of how something is affecting us or how, you know, we have this, and it's understandable. I mean, we are who we are. We're people, we're humans. So it's very easy to center ourselves around a lot of conversations or narratives. Whatever it is that the situation is, we're looking at ourselves first. Or it's because of me that this person is doing like this. Or it's because I did this. Many times they could also just be going through their own stuff.
I also want I don't want you to neglect the fact that some people get close to you because of what they want to get from you.
Yes,
some
absolutely.
People just basically
Sometimes it's not that there's anything.
More.
It's not that there's
So I just feel like we should all be careful. Select your friends wisely. See, whatever you
shine
become,
your eyes.
Exactly. Whatever you become, what you become in the next 3 years, it's not like these people define who you are, but then in one way or the other, they are going to contribute to who you eventually become.
See, friendships can make or mar you.
Like,
let's be straight. If you get it
very,
wrong,
very true.
I think that many times when we want to, maybe if we're trying to decide major things in our lives, we take our time. What job should I, apply for? What course should I study? But when it comes to friendships, we're very carefree with that, and it's very, very, very.
You don't sit to think
dangerous.
about it. Ask people, make researches. You don't do things like that. You just feel like, okay, we can just start this thing.
Oh, another thing to look out for. Thank you. See, it just came to me.
Okay.
There are people that every time that they have an issue with someone, they're never wrong.
True.
So when they're telling you about this person, this person offended me, this is what they did. And they're telling you about so many different people. And in all of the conversations, you're realizing that
they're not talking about themselves.
They never have any blame. They're faultless. You want to be careful with people like that.
Exactly.
Because I'm sorry, it's going to be your turn soon.
Very, very.
It's going to be your turn soon. I can guarantee you.
I saw a thread on Twitter. And it was in Yoruba, so it was way, very, very, very funny. I saw God, I'm trying to remember. It was like, if they spoil us for your place, just calm down. Your tongue will read. Because the way that they spoil us, that's how they will spoil you too. So
it's simple. It's
period.
Very simple. You want to be careful with people. So those ones, they may not be fake friends, but they're just not good friends for you.
Yeah, they are not.
Do you get? It might not be fake. They might want to be your friend, but the fact that you like me is not enough for me to have you as my friend. Or because do you get? Sometimes you're just not good for me. And that's okay. It's okay to like me and not be my friend. It's okay for me to like you and not be friends with you.
Exactly.
Because you're just not good for me, and that's it.
Hey, I am honestly enjoying this episode. See, you guys, we are shooting right now, and I cannot wait for you guys to see this episode. I know that you will love it. Trust me to always give you nothing but the best.
For sure.
Now, to the next question, Osas. So, personally, I feel the sky is big enough for everyone to fly.
Of course.
And there shouldn't be any need for competition, especially when you guys are doing the same thing. Why do you think girls compete a lot? Like this one, I have a personal experience.
Okay.
I just want to know your take. Why do you think girls compete a lot? And have you experienced it?
Okay, so first of all, I'm a girl's girl, right? I actually believe that we need a lot of female friendships in our lives, right?
I do too.
So yeah, so on that question of why do I think girls compete, I think that it goes deeper than just them wanting to compete, right? I think that the society has put us in a place where you know, from when you're very small, you must have heard things like, this person's finer than you. This person is she's smarter than you. You know, this person has, how do I put it? Or this person have 2 heads? Does this person have 3 heads? So I think that generally in our society, especially as Africans, that competition culture has been, it's almost, how do I put it? It's almost societally imbibed in us from a very young age. It's like you always find yourself almost competing with the next person because right from time there's always this person doesn't have 4 heads. You should be doing what this person is doing or doing better. Do you get? So I'm not making a case for people who are excessively competitive with them. In fact, I don't think that in friendships that competition is necessary. There's healthy competition, but like I think that I would blame that one to a good extent on our culture as a people. The fact that right from when we're young, you've always been compared to one person or the other. So you to come out of that comparison, you want to be better than whoever. You want to be better than everybody.
I can actually be this person.
Yes, do you get? And so most times we grow up, it's something that we have to unlearn. A lot of us have to unlearn it. So most times we just grow up with that mindset, like, I have to outdo this person. If this person is doing 5, I have to do 10. If this person is doing 10, I have to do 100. Do you get?
See, so, let me quickly say something. If you are this kind of person that Osas just explained, my darling, take a chill pill.
I think it speaks to an insecurity, to be honest.
Exactly. You're just going to see. You just at the end of the day, by the time you sit back, and then try to, track everything you've been doing, you realize that you've actually not been doing anything because it's not giving you fulfillment. You just want to
exactly. It's not you.
Wrong. Yes.
It's not who you are.
Exactly. So, my darling, don't be that person. Do not try to be that person. Do not try to be that person.
Yeah. Just consciously unlearn. That's I like to use that word a lot. Consciously unlearn, because you can say, "Oh, I'm not like that." Check yourself. Check. Check. Actually, check. I mean, someone just tell you, "Oh, I got this nice dress for." You probably already planned the dress you want to wear. Or someone else shows you, and you're like, "This dress is
get this dress.
Now I need to go and get another dress." Small things like that.
It builds up. It builds up. So be very conscious, like Osas said, consciously unlearn. I've learned this, is it a phrase or what? I've learned it today. Everywhere I go, consciously unlearn. Roots, consciously unlearn. Now, on to the next question. What's your take on friends who do not support you? They don't support what you do, they don't support
these
your
ones
business.
Please.
Personally, I feel it's jealousy, because why the hell am I your friend and you're not supporting what I'm doing? We are meant to help each other get to where we are going to. So if you're not supporting me, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
So what's your take on friends who do? Am I right? Is it jealousy, or what do you think?
I think it's a lot of things, and jealousy is one of them. Jealousy can be a big part of it. I also think that sometimes it's just you're probably the one who is seeing them as your friend and they just don't rate you.
Osas, hold me. Hold me.
Maybe they don't rate you like that.
Hold me very well.
You know, so there's that.
Try to check if they think you are their friends too. Don't just be shouting.
Are you your friend's friend?
Like, are they your friends? Are you their friends? Like, it is very, very important. Very, very
because
important.
You are doing everything.
This thing you just said.
It's not true.
I think, Dele, I think my director needs to cut this side of this video and just give it to me. Let me, every day when I wake up, let me be watching this clip.
Honestly,
it is
actually you might think, oh, this person is jealous of me, and they just don't rate you. You're not very deep. You're not a friend to them. And they don't see you the way you see them.
Oh my God.
So it's something that we have to look at, like, check.
So make sure they are your friends. Make sure you are not the only one in the friendship. You know, let's talk about relationships now. Sometimes you are dating a person and the person isn't dating you. You are the only one in the relationship. So make sure you are not the only one in the friendship too. Very, very important.
Very important.
Very, very important.
Very.
So to the next question, this one is kind of juicy. We don't have any choice than to answer us, because at the beginning of this video, you said you are going to tell us nothing.
Don't worry. I'm here. I'm here for it.
So, what's your take on dating a friend's ex? Are you a fan of girl code? I told you before asking the question.
This one is very tricky, oh. To be honest, yeah. If you had asked me this question
2 years ago.
In fact, a year ago. In fact, last year.
I was there.
Last year, I would have said it would have been a blatant no.
Really?
Why are you doing it? Yes.
Okay, are you saying you are going to? Because I
the no is don't date your friend's ex.
I don't
Do you get? Like, if you're saying, can you date your friend's ex? My answer would have been a blatant no. Even now, it's still going to be
now,
no.
I
Even
think,
now,
I
it's
think
still
our
no.
opinion is not the same.
Yeah, you think that it's cool to date your friend's ex?
No, it's not cool.
Yeah, but so on same page.
Okay, we are the same
So
page.
yeah, I'm saying no. Like, why is anybody dating? There are many.
Okay, I wanted to say before, I used to think it was okay
to date your friend's ex.
Yes, I used to see, as I did, I was not even up to 20, I beg, don't come for me, I beg,
To be honest, even now, I still think that it's not cool. But I've realized that
it is not.
I've realized that there are nuances to things, and there's always contexts. Do you get? So I think that it depends on the context, right? So if, for instance, you're my friend, this person is my boyfriend. You never met him until you met me, right? And we started dating. I introduced the both of you. You get, and then we break up, and after a while, you start dating them. There's the question of, so while we were in that relationship,
you wanted to be
did
with
you
him?
want this person? Do you understand? But like, there are also like other scenarios. It's possible that a lot of time has passed. You guys have grown, and there probably has been that space in between, and they probably just met somewhere else entirely outside of you, and it's been, so context is important, to be honest. It's possible that,
100%.
And then as humans, things happen. Do you get? Emotions grow, people grow. Right. So if, for instance, I dated someone who you know as my ex, and say we maybe haven't, even if we've stayed friends, and it's been, say, for instance, I dated this person 5 years ago, and then somehow you and that person who I dated 5 years ago reconnect, and, you start to, get to know each other. If that person that I dated then that 5 years ago was a great person, and maybe just things just did not work out.
It wasn't
and it wasn't terrible.
Bad way,
yes, if it did not end terribly, and I know that they're good, and I see where you're coming from. Say it's not something that it's not like you actively went to go and look for my ex to start dating. Do you get, maybe 100%. Circumstances, life just brought you guys together, and you genuinely want them, and it's not out of spite for me. I'd be happy for you. To be honest, do you get? So that's why I said context is important. I'd be happy for you, especially if I know that if they're good, if they're crazy, or I know that this person is just going to break your heart. I'm going to look at you like,
hey, you know what they do?
I want to speak Igbo. Are you mad? Like, what are you doing? Exactly. Do you get? But like, so yeah, context is important. But generally, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's something I want to do.
I'm sorry, see.
I'm not.
Context, no context. I respect your perspective, like 100%. But I'm just speaking for myself. I am very sorry. The fact that you've had something with my friend, even if you were a great person, or you are still a great person. I'm sorry, I can't. Please don't come for me. See, social media is, don't come. See.
Let them come for. Let them come. We can take it. Can you not take it?
I can, but
we come for us. We can take it.
Please, it's just a me thing. I can't.
No, see, I totally understand you. I totally understand you. But another thing is, look at it this way: the fact that you're friends, or that you're friends with someone, means that you probably share a lot in common. No. So is it not possible that you also have the same taste in a way?
I don't think. You might have a lot of things in common, but I just feel when it comes to emotion, it's not going to be the same. 100%.
See, if that breakup ended badly for me, if it ended really badly, and you were there to witness how I went through all of that, I'd actually be disappointed that you want to go and be with that person. Because I mean, you saw everything that I went through, like during this breakup, after the breakup, and I'm choosing to stay out of that person's life for a reason. That person is choosing to stay out of my life for a reason. Why are you, as my friend, going to bring them back?
And see, aside the fact that you have to consider context and all of that, don't you think Because you are still going to be friends with this person.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why are you bringing that my ex back into my life through you?
They were great people. As long as we are
But if we've
friends.
moved on, if I've moved on, I'm probably not going to be. If it's something that, say, if it's recent, say you know, maybe that context or that analogy that I give then does not apply in this case. Like, oh, I broke up with this person and all of a sudden you want to start dating them. I'm going to reevaluate that friendship.
Exactly.
I may not be...
Exactly.
I may not fight with you or anything, but we just might not be as close
as we used
to be. And it's not going to even be out of bad blood. It's just I'm just going to sit down and think, like, what's this person really doing in my life? Do they actually see me as like, do you even rate me?
Because if you
rate me, why are you doing this?
There are millions of men out there.
Why are you? But at the end of the day, like me, I said, I'm always all for balance. I'm always all for balance.
I feel you 100%.
I like to see the yin and the yang. So it depends on the context. In some cases, I honestly may not mind. But in many cases, I might mind. I'm just saying.
Case or no case.
But yeah.
Thank you so much. Don't come for my man. I need them. Thank you so much. So to the last question, Osas, it's been an amazing time with Osas. You guys.
I don't want this to end. I want us to just keep
talking.
I'm
so good.
I want. Like, can they not take more than 30 minutes? Do we have to
you
talk?
Guys,
let them enjoy everything.
You too. I'm looking right into the camera right now. I want to sack my director and I'll put up a voting poll. Say yes or no. We have to fire this. It's timing us. We are being timed. So, Osas, to the last question. How do you think we can set boundaries in friendships? I mean, we have red flags in relationships. There are things to look out for. There are things you shouldn't do in relationships.
Yeah.
What are those things you shouldn't do in friendships?
Thank you for this question.
You're
Actually,
welcome.
I think it's very important. And I'm going to say something outside of this. I'm mentioning that so that I don't forget. And so, yeah, to your question, I think that, I said earlier that with friendships, we have to make very conscious efforts. It's no longer, oh, you have red sweater, I have red sweater, we're now friends, as it used to be when we were kids. We have adulthood, comes with a lot of responsibility. And part of that responsibility is in making sure that you're choosing the right friendships and you're doing the right things in that friendship.
Important.
Yeah, so to set boundaries, it's very important that, first of all, as my friend, you know the things that I like and the things that I do not like. Now, it's not just enough for you to just know, because the truth is you're not all knowing.
Yeah, true.
You're human.
Very, very
So it's also important for me to let you know the things that I like and the things that I do not like. So if there's something that you're doing that I do not like, I'm going to have to tell you, because sometimes the truth is you might not be aware. Yeah, so I'm going to have to say that to you, this thing that you're doing, I don't like it. Also, I think that friends can do this thing where just regular checkups, is how can I serve you better as a friend? How can I be a better friend to you? What have I done in the past?
I've never done it in my life.
Like it's something I want to start doing, honestly. Like, how can I be a better friend to you?
I am trying
it's important.
My best to be a good friend this year.
Like just random conversations like that, you just bring it up. So how can I be a better friend? Is that something I've done recently that you're not really cool with? I think one thing is many times we're scared to put boundaries in place in friendships.
Yes.
And so we just keep getting hurt. It keeps piling up and piling up. I'm sorry, and then at some point it now becomes resentment.
Yeah.
Do you get? It builds up into resentment. But like, if you check it immediately as it's happening, it helps. It might be uncomfortable, but it will help the friendship grow eventually, because now they're more aware of the kind of things that
and they will not do it to you
if they're really your friend. Yes, if they're really your friend, they would make conscious efforts to stop whatever that thing is. So like, I think being a better friend, you have to, or setting boundaries in friendships, you have to first of all not be scared of setting boundaries.
Yes, true. I totally agree with you.
Don't be scared of saying, oh, I do not appreciate this, or as my friend, I would like it if you do not do this. Like, don't be scared to say it. If they really want to be in your life, if they really want to, of course, it's not like we're going to be making outrageous demands.
Yes,
oh, you're
I
my
feel
friend,
you.
you must
I
do
feel
this,
you,
and you know that
100%.
person cannot meet up. But you know, the basic things that actually mean a lot to you,
Yes.
let them know.
Yeah, true.
You know, if we really say we want to be friends, if we really say, oh, we're going to, you know, take this beyond surface level, then you have to let them know things about you that, you know, and also don't be afraid to be vulnerable.
I think I
Yeah.
have a problem with that.
Yeah, see, it's very important. This one, I'm coming into the things of like the do's and the don'ts.
I used
I
to think, oh, this person is definitely looking for something, and once they get it, they'll
go.
leave. So I try to, you know, be very, very
Be on guard.
exactly. I don't even want you to come. Like, just stay
where
and
you are.
Even if I don't act it, even if I don't act like, okay, I don't want you around, I just pretend to, you know, just flow. And whenever you just disappoint me,
I'm
it
like,
doesn't get to me. I said it. The first thing I say is, I
said
knew.
it.
So
I'm coming to that. Let's talk about that. You see that thing right there? Let's talk about it. You see, I think that when we set people up to fail, they will fail.
I feel so too.
If you already, before anything even happens, if you already preempt that, oh, this person is, now this is after you've checked that this person is actually your friend, or, you know, because we talked about being sure that, you know, you're your friend's friend. We talked about being sure that, you know, you have similar values and you're on the same page. So if all of that has been checked, I think first of all, you being on guard is normal. See, life stuff. And people do things. Humans can be,
Even
you know.
even
So
your
yes,
friend,
it's
your very
normal.
close friend.
So, but like, I think that once you've actually you've checked the box of, okay, this person is actually my friend. It's important to not set
them up.
Yes, to fail. Because here's what happens when you think that this person is going to betray me in this type of situation. Now, they may not be aware that whatever that is might even, to them, it might not even be betrayal.
Yeah, true.
Do you get? But because they don't know your where you're at in that situation, or where you're at in that kind of what's it called now?
Friendship.
Yeah, they will do things that you will just them as this person is a traitor, but
They don't see it
not,
that way.
yes. Do you get? But because they did not know, you cannot hold it to them. So the truth is, to an extent, you have to bring that level there and say, okay, you know what, this is me. If you've said, okay, this is my friend, then we have to do away with the vulnerability, and we have to do away with the fences. It's not going to happen at once, but little by
it's a gradual process.
little by little. Don't just let the entire fence down at once. I mean, if it's something you realize that this thing is hard for you, it's easier to take it step by step. You know, just open up a little bit of yourself, see how they take it. You get, see how they respond to that part of you.
Yes.
And then you can decide if you can trust them with more.
Exactly.
You get, and then so little by little, you know, the walls just break down. There's some friends who make it easier for you to open up to them. Yeah. So you want to be careful, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not stiffing up. Because at the end of the day, if you're like that, you won't really enjoy the friendship at the end of the day, because you're not 100% yourself. You're holding some part of you back, and it's not really healthy. It's like, what are we now doing? It's not better that we're not friends at all. You get?
I mean, and I one of the things I have observed so far is the fact that I'm very good with male friendships. Like, I have, if I check well, I haven't had any issue with a guy. It's always with girls. Like, I don't know. I feel like it is very hard to actually maintain female friendship. Like, it is really hard. It is really, really, really hard. Talking from my perspective. When, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know. If you don't agree with me, it is totally fine. This is just my opinion. Male friendships are like heaven on earth. I don't know if you get me, but then it's just my take.
Yeah. So on that, okay. So remember that I said before that, I'm a girl's girl.
Yeah, I remember.
So on this topic, I hear it a lot, and I totally understand it, to be honest. I think that there was a time in my life where I was probably like that too, like much young. I've always liked female friendships anyway, but there was a time that oh my God, a lot of things happened in that period, and I was like, you know what, me, female friends, never again. And most of my male friendships are usually easier for me. They used to be way easier, but then I realized something, that a lot of the times we say male friendships are great. The truth is, I've realized that many times we do not give our female friends the same grace that we give men. Yeah. You see, if you're in a relationship with a man, he would do... There are some things that your friend would do. You cut her off immediately. But you've been with this man that has cheated on you like 20 times. You're still there. He will go on his ex page and comment like 200 times. You are still there. But your friend does one thing and you cut them off.
I've never thought about it this way.
See, so I feel like many times we don't give each other as much grace as we extend to the men, you know, because it's just, and you know, many times men, it's like vibes. So you see their friendships, it's like, all of us now, you know, now we're guys, that kind of thing. But you're not in there. You're not in there to see the things that they do to each other. You're not in there to see that they forgive each other way more than you know. You're not in there to see a guy will do something to his fellow guy that will hurt him so much, but after a while, you guys are talking again, and like, nah, we be guys now. That's, you know, that's how you just we be guys. So I'm like, if men can be like this with their own friendships, why can't we be like that? Do you get? Like, I just think that we are humans. We're not infallible. We make mistakes. So if this person is really your friend, I feel like we should extend grace. We should open that chapter of actually forgiving. That's if they're you know, sorry, whatever it is that they did. We should open that chapter of forgiveness and extending grace. It's very important. I think that that's one thing I've been preaching steadily these days.
Take notes.
Can we extend grace to our friends? Like, extend grace.
But it's not always easy.
It's not easy. See, it is hard. It is. See, there was one friendship that I had like very recently that ended. Okay, well, it's no longer recent, and it caught me so deep. And even me, that used to be girls, girl. I was like, I would never speak to this person in my life again. I said it. And then the funny thing is, I was still the one who went back eventually to say, you know what? 2 people were you know, involved in this. That's me and you. And I don't think we both handled it as best as we should have. Do you get? Because at the end of the day, community is important. Friendships are important. Very important. The fact that we need good friends is very... See, friendship is... We think it's just, oh, you drop one today, carry another one today. But you see those friends that you build with for years.
It goes a long way.
I'm telling you.
A very, very
I'm telling you,
way.
in the end there, or at the end of the day, your friends hold you in ways that, I'm sorry, but no man may ever be able to. To be honest, so you need that. Do you get? We need that, and we should also be available or able to give that as well.
That is another point. Thank you for reminding me. See, I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to act all innocent here. Before I consider being friends with somebody, one of the things I usually look out for is, what will I gain from this person? How is this person going to impact my life? Even before thinking of how I am going to impact the person's life. So I feel one of the things we need to look out for in friendships is don't keep taking and taking and taking. What can you give this person? What do you think you can sacrifice in this friendship? And I think life is going to be way more easier if we start to think this way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'm going to have you again. I'm definitely going to
looking forward to it. This was really nice. I want to come back.
If you want Osas to come back, let me know in the comment section.
Please, you better say yes. Say yes, okay?
Thank you so much, baby girl. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Don't go here, though.
I
beg, sit down. I'm not finished.
Something for me?
No, I'm not done.
Okay.
So, thank you so much. You guys, I want to tell you that you are going to get tired of seeing Osas's face very soon. Get ready, prepare. See, you heard it here first. I really cannot wait for you I can't wait to see the things you'll be doing. I can't wait to see you in cinemas. I can't wait to see you on Netflix or something. You guys, Osas is an amazing actor. She is really, really good. Take it from me. If I do say so myself.
Thank you.
She's
Thank you.
good. And you're about to, you know, she's the next big thing that is going to happen to Nollywood, Hollywood, Bollywood, everywhere. I have said it on this show, and it's going to be like that. Thank you so much for coming on my show,
Thank
baby
you
girl.
so much.
I love you
loved
so
being
much,
here.
and I cannot wait to, you know, see you everywhere, basically.
I love you too, and I'm so proud of what you're doing, to be honest. I think that you're doing amazing. Let me say here, I'm a big fan of this show, and it means a lot to me that I'm here right now because I'm such a fan.
Thank you
so
much.
for bringing me here.
If you watched this episode till this very moment and you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did I offend you? If you want me to kneel, I can kneel for you. Please. Please and please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I know you enjoyed it because you are still looking at me right now, so you definitely like the episode. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Share with your loved ones. Do not enjoy my videos alone. Do not learn from this show alone. Share with people. Somebody might need this episode today. Share with them. Share it like right now. Also, do not forget to turn on your post notification so you get notified whenever something drops. I'm trying to be as consistent as ever this year. You guys, I have a lot of things in store for you guys this year. So it's going to be back-to-back amazing content. You guys should get ready for this, babe. Get ready for this, babe. It's me and you throughout 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said earlier, my name is Ruth Abimbola, and I'm always going to be your host on this show. Until next time, be well and have a good day. I love you so much, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye. See you in my next video.